Here we can see the sample we actually used in this video. It's the Groove Kick 23, and all the sounds are made with this one particular sample. So let's see the sound in action here. So this is what we are working with. The first layer we have is the punch kick, and then we have the rumble tail. Let's see how the tail was made first of all. This is the rumble making area here. Sounds like this. And we simply have blood overdrive, convolution reverb, and this is the stock convolution reverb setting. I just added the equalizer to boost the low frequencies, cut some of these muddy frequencies, and cut these mid frequencies, because without the cut, it would be too mid heavy for my taste at least. Then I'm using Maximus, merge the low frequencies and the mid frequencies together, and do some boosting in the low end. Then we have just a equalizer like this, and a clipping plugin. Without any effects, this is how it sounds. It's pretty bland. And with the effects, now we simply just take this sound and drag it into here. It's the rumble print, and it already has effects, why it's sounding a little bit different. But in this point, I think it's important to cover the punch and how it's done. So let's go over the effects one by one. And this kick here is actually the exact same sound that we used before. I used the pogo effect here to make it slightly different. The effects here are also pretty similar. We have the blood overdrive, Maximus. The Maximus is mainly used for upwards style compression. These merging knobs really do nothing because this sound doesn't even have any stereo. Then we have a fast distortion. Notice that the amounts are slightly dialed back from the usual hardcore, because we need to distort this sound in phases in order for this to work. Next up, we have this interesting chain of EQ and clipping. Without talking about this too much, the point of this is to just use the EQ to shape the sound against the soft clipping distortion 2 times. This is the most efficient way that I found to create these sounds. It's just shaping it to your liking, and I usually use pretty prominent peaks and cuts here to achieve a certain specific sound. This is something that we just need to experiment as a producers to kind of figure it out. Then we have a convolution reverb with this automation. And again, I like to use the equalizer here to cut it straight inside of the plugin. That's the punch, so easy stuff. Combine it with the tail without any bus processing. Sounds like this. With the bus processing, sounds like this. Let's cover the bus processing here. First of all, mix EQ. This is probably a personal issue of mine, why I need to remove this frequency. I don't know, maybe I hear something there that I don't like. Then Maximus. And here I actually used only the master section, some slight compression like this, and I used the soft saturation. And this simply works by using this threshold. You can select side A or side B, and with this threshold you can kind of set the amount of distortion. Let's say I add slight amount of threshold to the B side and start to lower down the ceiling. You'll actually hear what this is going to do. It's literally just destroying the sound. But I really like this saturation. It's kind of a secret weapon in FL Studio, if you can say so. Then our old friend OTT. I just added it for the OTT sound. Then I used Trash Tube, and to be 100% honest, I just used this randomization button, just like probably many other people as well do with the Trash Light. And then I just set the mix, tilt and drive. But the main point of this is to just add more fullness to the overall sound. Parametric EQ. This is purely mixing. and I'm using the clipper here to flatten up the sound so I can push it louder. And for good measure, of course, soft clipping. And that's the sound. We print that out and we have a finished kick. I also created some variations here that sound like this. You can maybe check those out if you want to download the FLP from my Patreon tier 2 or above. For you guys that are watching this video on Patreon as a early access, hi. And for you guys on YouTube, now is the time to add some recommendations onto the screen to watch the next video.